Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is TBR Schmidt and this is my wife Samantha.
Hello.
And today we are watching Apocalypse Now. What do you know about this?
This is a war film.
Yes.
I think it's Vietnam.
I believe it takes place in Vietnam.
Okay, yeah, I think that had been mentioned on Full Metal Jacket that we had also previously reacted to. It looks like it's Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah, Francis Ford Coppola, and it has Martin Sheen,
Okay.
Marlon Brando.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't really know that much. I'm assuming it's gonna be pretty dark, and a lot of people are saying that this is the greatest war movie that they've ever seen. Obviously, there's a lot of opinions, but I feel like we've been seeing an overwhelming amount of people saying that this is their favorite war movie. So I'm really excited to check it out and kind of see. I'm nervous too. We've been watching a lot of war films and then TV shows, so
Especially the Vietnam War is, a pretty difficult one in terms of just how it's portrayed, especially what we saw in Full Metal Jacket.
Mhm.
But regardless, really excited to check it out. I mean, it's absolutely considered a classic, and it's going to be cool to kind of check this off our list.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will be watching the theatrical cut today. There was quite a few opinions of which version to watch. I know there's three that kind of stand out, but it seemed like the comments leaned more towards starting with the theatrical and working your way from there if you wanted to. So if you would like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on any types of social media like Twitch, Instagram, or Twitter, all of those links are in the description as well. And with that, let's get into the movie.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. I was wondering what that sound was. Is this the Doors? Whoa. Jeez, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. That was a really cool shot.
Yeah. The helicopter blades. Really cool sound mixing so far. Huh. Sleeping with a gun underneath the pillow. I really do like how they had like the ceiling fan mimicking the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Like some sort of like PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still only in Saigon. When I was home after my first tour, it was worse. When I was here, I wanted to be there. When I was there, all I could think of was getting back into the jungle.
Jeez. Just can't escape it.
Every minute I stay in this room, I get weaker. And every minute Charlie squats in the bush, he gets stronger.
That's intimidating.
Being a lot more chaotic.
Oh.
I wanted a mission, and for my sins, they gave me one. And when it was over, I'd never want another.
Are you all right, Captain? How's it look like?
No.
What are the charges? What'd I do? There's no charges, Captain. Dave, come here and give me.
Jeez.
Yeah, he just does not seem like he's in the right state of mind to be.
No. That's why I thought it was like PTSD, like after the war or something, but he's like right in the middle of it, it seems like.
It was no accident that I got to be the caretaker of Colonel Walter E. Kurtz's memory. There is no way to tell his story without telling my own.
Harrison Ford.
Oh.
Stand at ease. You worked a lot on your own, haven't you, Captain? Did you not assassinate a government tax collector?
Sir, I'm unaware of any such activity.
It doesn't seem like he's necessarily on the front lines in like a normal combat situation.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like he does a lot more secretive.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You've heard of Colonel Walter E. Kurtz?
I watched a snail crawl along the edge of a straight razor
A snail along a straight razor?
and surviving. And they call me an assassin. What do you call it when the assassins accuse the assassin? They lie and we have to be merciful. I do hate them.
Very like interesting shot selection.
That his ideas, methods became unsound.
Hmm.
I feel like this is a mission to go get him.
Montagnard army of his that worship the man like a god.
Wow.
In this war, things get confused out there. But out there with these natives, temptation to be God. Every man has got a breaking point. Walt Kurtz has reached his. And very obviously, he has gone insane.
Yes, sir. Very much so, sir. Obviously insane.
I feel like he has to see some of himself in that guy.
Right.
And terminate the colonel's command.
Kill him.
Terminate with extreme prejudice.
I mean,
Wow.
he's clearly insane, so they're sending one insane man to go infiltrate and kill another insane man.
This is not what I was anticipating this movie being about.
Not at all. I thought we were gonna have like another Vietnam War movie, not necessarily like some sort of
Special
spy mission.
Yeah.
But this time, it was an American. That wasn't supposed to make any difference to me. But it did.
It's gotta be different to try to kill an American.
But I really didn't know what I'd do when I found him.
I feel like this is definitely gonna go down some weird rabbit hole type of craziness.
Yeah.
Only problem was I wouldn't be alone.
Morning, Captain.
I assume none of these people know the mission.
I don't think so.
How old are you? 17.
Jeez.
The one they called Chef was from New Orleans. He was wrapped too tight for Vietnam. Lance on the forward 50s was a famous surfer from the beaches south of L.A.
Nice.
Mr. Clean was from some South Bronx shithole. Then there was Phillips, the chief. Pure as shit was the chief's boat.
Oh, no way. This just seems like a vacation right now.
Oh.
Oh, man.
I couldn't believe they wanted this man dead.
Harvard.
Third generation West Point, top of his class. His report to the Joint Chiefs of Staff and Lyndon Johnson was restricted.
B-52 strike.
He's always standing.
It was the air cab, first of the night. Our escorts to the mouth of the Nung River.
Oh.
It cashed in its horses for choppers and gone terrassing around Nam looking for the shit.
Wow. And just bulldozes.
Like your party, go look at the camera. It's for television.
It's like they're shooting a movie scene. Holy shit. I didn't know tanks had flamethrowers.
Out of my way till this is done, Captain.
Is that a pack of playing cards?
2 spades. 3
Yeah.
spades. 6 of
Oh.
clubs. 8 of spades.
Yes, Kurtz! Let Charlie know who did this!
Wow.
He wants water. He can drink patty water.
Why would his gun strapped on him to drink from my canteen any day? Think one of those
Jeez.
sailors, Lance Johnson, the surfer.
Okay, that situation's over.
Sir, gun is made third class. Lance Johnson, the surfer. I've admired your nose riding for years.
Wow.
Guy with you? Yeah.
This guy with you?
We do a lot of surfing around here, Lance. I like to finish operations early.
What a strange situation going on right now. There's literally just like dead kids and people with guts hanging out, chatting about surfing. That's by far the strangest, like, post-battle scene I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The more they tried to make it just like home, the more they made everybody miss it.
That's a fantastic peak.
Peak?
About 6 foot.
Surfing? Still?
There aren't any good peaks in this whole shitty country. That's Charlie's point.
He's gonna risk it to go surfing?
Hell, a 6-foot peak.
Jeez. This Kilgore doesn't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, it's pretty hairy in there. It's Charlie's point.
Charlie, don't surf.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
surfboards? No way. I mean, I guess if they're going to go take it for the surf, they need the surfboards.
Yeah, just like so odd to see that.
Everyone's running with guns and then just surfboards strapped to the helicopters. This is like all their helicopters.
I feel like this has to go very poorly.
I don't know. I mean, they know it's super dangerous, but he seems determined
To
for that surf. Also a name, Kilgore. What a name. What a shot, too. Oh my god.
The use of music, too, with these helicopter shots is like, it's crazy.
And about a mile out, we'll put on the music. Music? We're gonna play music.
This guy is like all thrills.
How come all you guys sit on your helmet?
You don't get a balls blown off.
That's a good strategy, I guess.
But what about their heads?
If your head gets blown off, who cares? You're dead. But if you survive and your balls get blown off... Wow. Surfboards and music. Is that Lawrence Fishburne?
The 17-year-old guy?
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been staring at him for a while, being like, I feel like I know that face.
Oh my god, you're just so skinny.
Yeah.
And obviously very young. Wow, that transition of just...
Silence.
Yeah, going straight to pure silence.
Ugh.
This is a lot of kids again. Oh man.
This is all women and children.
I mean, he wasn't wrong about the music. It's sending them into a frenzy. Jeez. They're just coming in full force.
A large weapon down below. We're gonna go down and check it out.
Hey, what a shot.
I don't even let me give up.
Wow.
We just had secondaries down there in the plaza.
Oh. Oh my god. I mean,
Wow.
they're quick to get the wounded out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh. Holy crap. Oh. It's starting to go a little south. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh my. Back to the surf. Death from above. Gee.
He's just like so, like...
Stoic.
Yeah.
What do you know about surfing, Major? You're from goddamn New Jersey. Because you either surf or fight. That's clear. Now get going.
Ooh, surf or fight, you're gonna go surfing.
Do you want to surf in that?
No. Oh my. This is a lot for surf.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Someday this war's gonna end.
I don't know how to feel about this guy. Like, am I impressed? He's also insane.
I don't know. I mean, he stuck to his principles. He wanted surf and he got surf. Some of these shots, the practical look of them and everything are so impressive.
If that's how Kilgore fought the war, I began to wonder what they really had against Kurtz.
It's true. I kind of forgot he's searching for like a rogue colonel.
Mm-hmm.
And Kilgore didn't seem to follow any rules.
Mm-mm.
Just don't go out there by yourself. You don't want to go in there alone. Chef, did you like mangoes and stuff?
No, sir. I'm a real chef.
Color's interesting.
Yeah. It's way more blue than green.
Ooh, tree's gigantic.
Yeah. I feel like they're real deep in this jungle all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
What did he notice?
What's that?
A fucking tiger? Never get out of the boat.
I just want to learn to fucking cook, man.
That was a near-death experience for him.
That was terrifying.
The more I read and began to understand, the more I admired him.
I feel like he's gonna idolize him a little too much and join him.
He received no official clearance. He just started up and did it.
Every time he's reading, he's just pouring sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit piled up so fast in Vietnam, you needed wings to stay above it.
Seems like a whole production.
Yeah.
This sure enough is a bizarre sight in the middle of this shit.
Okay, right, sir. Hey, listen, it's a real big night.
All right.
Some seats, some press box seats for the show.
I wonder what kind of show.
On the house. No hard feelings, huh?
It's like a ladies show?
I don't know. This is a really impressive production. Oh, Playboy. Holy shit.
Oh, that's what they meant by bunnies.
I didn't even hear that.
I heard him say bunnies. I didn't put it together.
Did Playboy really do this? Just throwing him into a frenzy. Oh, this is not good. Just ruined the show for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, really?
What a mess.
Seriously.
The war was being run by a bunch of 4-star clowns who were going to end up giving the whole circus away.
What the fuck are they doing? It really is just a shit show. Maybe you're starting to see why the colonel was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Kurtz orders assassination of 3 Vietnamese men and 1 woman. Enemy activity in his old sector dropped off to nothing.
Huh.
Guess he must have hit the right 4 people.
Yeah.
Definitely seems very impressed.
The VC knew his name by now, and they were scared of him.
Well, I thought he kind of like turned and, you know, maybe started doing some anti, you know, missions or something towards America, but it seems like he just
wasn't following orders.
Yeah, but he was
like his own agenda, but it's still for
fighting against the VC.
Right.
We're going upriver about 75 clicks above the Dolong Bridge.
That's Cambodia, Captain. All right, Captain.
Gained a little bit of trust right there.
Yeah.
I think that was a good move.
Yeah.
We spent months uncovering them and accumulating evidence.
So it seems the army doesn't think that they were double agents.
Yeah, but when they died, the enemy
Everything
activity stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice them in the tree.
To tell you, I am beyond their timid, lying morality.
Wow.
Camouflage! So they can't see you. They're everywhere, Chief.
Just such a mysterious figure.
Mm-hmm.
Let's forget routine now and let him go.
I'm gonna take a look.
Yeah, this seems like a dangerous pivot.
Until we reach your destination, Captain, you're just on for the ride. Go on and search it.
Is the goat? Some fish?
Chef.
Why is he so adamant?
I don't know.
There's nothing on it, man. Get on it. All right. Sitting on it. What's in it?
What the fuck?
Clean. I'm good.
What happened?
I think they just freaked out because the woman started going towards the front of the boat, towards Chef. But they just started unloading.
See what she's running for? The fucking puppy. Come on, Clean. Goddammit, give me a hand. Clean, give him a hand.
What the hell are they going to do with her?
We're taking her to some friendlies, Captain. She's wounded. She's not dead. The book says, Captain.
He's done with this bullshit.
I told you not to stop. Now let's go.
That was strange. They just killed 3 civilians for a dog. I don't understand why he was so adamant on
searching
the boat and deterring from his mission.
Dolong Bridge was the last army outpost on the Nung River.
You know that last tab of acid I was saving? I dropped it.
You dropped acid?
Oh my god. They took acid? What the fuck?
You're in the asshole of the world, Captain.
Yeah, where the hell are they? This is like hell. Who went with him though? Was it the guy who dropped acid? Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it was. Like, terrifying.
Yeah, what are these noises? It's like a horror circus noises.
Yeah.
Man, listen to the music.
It's like we're like seeing this through the perspective of Lance on acid.
Yeah. I mean, is this real? Oh,
he has the dog with him? Why the fuck does he have the dog with him?
Who's the commanding officer here?
Ain't you?
Lance, what are you doing?
Go get the roach, man. You need a flare?
Jeez, the silence other than the screams.
Do you know who's in command here?
Yeah.
the light to darkness, like in and out.
Yeah, the lighting,
Just all of it.
The music, I mean, like the sound design, everything going on in this scene is just wild.
Did you find the CO, Captain?
There's no fucking CO here.
It's literally just like lawlessness up here.
Looks like imaginary.
Yeah, it literally is just like a straight up circus. Wow. Took out the whole bridge practically.
And now they're taking him upriver to Cambodia.
Yeah. I thought they were going to drop him off there.
Months ago, a man was ordered on a mission which was identical to yours. We have reason to believe that he is now operating with Colonel Kurtz.
So they already tried this.
And Richard Colby, he was with Kurtz.
So he already converted the last person who was sent to assassinate him.
Purple haze, look!
I feel like this is really giving your position away.
Hey, Lance!
Jesus.
I think he got shot.
He got shot right in the chest.
Where's the dog? We gotta go back and get the dog.
Literally just listened to a tape from his mom.
Mama, you can't die.
Stay out of the way of the bullets and bring your honey home.
Wow. So far, these like set pieces and just the design of this movie has just been out of this world.
See a thing.
You see anything, Chef?
Did not realize that was coming from the boat.
Yeah, seriously. I thought those people on like the shores.
He was real close.
Wow. Oh, arrows, what the fuck?
Tell them to hold that fire. They're just little sticks. They're just trying to scare us.
A spear.
So much for little toy arrows. Oh my god. What the hell? Just try to impale him on the spear?
I'm short and we gotta go up there so you can kill one of our own guys? That's fucking great. We'll go up there, but on the boat.
Oh, what? There's 3 of them left?
Yeah. It's like the further they get up the river, the more like otherworldly everything becomes. This is like turning into like some sort of like evil fantasy adventure. Either this acid trip is lasting like multiple days or he's just full on lost it.
This music's making me uneasy.
Right? The music's just like not going anywhere.
People?
Oh wow, I thought those were like statues.
Moving, right?
Yeah, no, those are people. They're just gonna go past them.
It's all right. It's all been approved. I ain't coming in there. Stop him with the siren. I'm an American.
Just hanging corpses behind him.
They think you've come to take him away, and I hope that isn't true. He's a poet warrior in the classic sense. I'm a little man. I'm a little man. He's a great man.
This is so wild.
Yeah, this is much different than I had imagined.
The Colonel
He's a great man.
absolutely is expecting him. It's the apocalypse now on the wall. There's literally just dead bodies everywhere. There's the last guy who got sent in, right?
Colby.
Scalp on his gun.
Sometimes he goes too far, you know.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that.
I'll kill the fuck. No. Get out of here. I don't get back by 2200 hours. You'll call in the airstrike.
I'm gonna just blow this place to bits.
It's getting separated.
Whoa. Oh wow.
Didn't touch Lance.
It smelled like slow death in there. Malaria.
Where are you from, Willard?
I'm from Ohio, sir.
Still shrouded in mystery.
I went down that river once when I was a kid. About 5 miles, you'd think that heaven just fell on the earth. They say why they wanted to terminate my command.
That you had gone totally insane.
This lighting makes him so creepy.
I don't see any method at all.
It's just madness.
Are you an assassin?
I'm a soldier.
You're an errand boy sent by grocery clerks.
Just bodies still everywhere.
Where's Lance?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, they made him prisoner?
He's got something in mind for you. The man is clear in his mind, but his soul is mad.
Am I gonna be the one that's gonna set them straight? Look at me.
Jesus, screams going on. I'm surprised the people on the boat haven't been taken prisoner.
It's been 8 hours.
So 8 hours from when he left.
PBR Street Gang, this is Almighty standing by, over.
Wonder if he has a radio, though. If he can intercept anything that's going in and out.
Yeah. If he's evaded people this far, I would assume he does. Oh no, that's the captain, I guess.
Yeah.
Outside of the cage.
It's like what Lance had on his face.
Yeah, the camouflage. Oh no, Chef's head. I mean, giving him no options and sparing his life, maybe he thinks that's enough, or that's all it takes to convert the captain over.
Mm-hmm.
Paralyzed force, gesture without motion.
You either love somebody or you hate them.
I was gonna say, he has to be sick of listening to this guy.
Yeah.
I was in there with him for days, not under guard. I was free.
Huh.
He knew more about what I was going to do than I did. He broke from them, and then he broke from himself.
Yeah, he doesn't act human.
Horror has a face, and you must make a friend of horror. We went into a camp to inoculate some children and hacked off every inoculated arm.
Wow.
And I thought, my God, the genius of that. These men who have families, who have children, the strength to do that. If I had 10 divisions of those men, then our troubles here would be over very quickly.
Just emotionless soldiers.
Yeah. Just like no line.
Tell my son, everything I did, everything you saw, you will do this for me.
Go back and talk to his son?
So is he giving himself to him?
To be killed, and then
Yeah.
that's kind of how I feel. There's Lance. He's in the boat?
PBR Street Gang, this is Almighty.
They were gonna make me a major for this.
Well, they did say that he wasn't stuck there.
No, yeah, he wasn't under guard anymore.
He just wanted to go out like a soldier.
Jeez.
What a shot.
Baby, take a chance with us. Don't allow them to write fuck.
Oh, fuck. That's it. Oh, I thought she was like armed.
Continuing to have their celebration.
Yeah. I honestly don't know how this ends. Like, is he just gonna leave, get on the boat and go? Try to grab Lance, or he gonna be the new leader of all these people?
You leave that for him?
Yeah, I was wondering, you think that's a message for the captain?
Yeah.
Definitely getting down like he's their new god.
So he's unarmed.
Seem to all be dropping their weapons. Is that Lance?
I think so.
And they're gone. Huh. So not gonna call in this strike. Alright, that was Apocalypse Now. I don't even know where to begin. How'd you feel about that?
I mean, the film was beautiful.
Yeah.
We can talk about that a little bit. The cinematography, the music, just the perspectives, like everything was beautiful.
Yeah, no, it really packaged into some amazing things that I've never really seen before. Amazing sound mixing, the music choices, even the set design. You know, it really felt like the further they moved up the river, just the more otherworldly it seemed.
Right.
Even to the point where I felt like it went from like a war movie to almost like this like fantasy movie. I mean, like bows and arrows and spears and these temples, and it's nowhere close to what I was expecting in terms of like a Vietnam War movie.
No, not at all. You know, even in the beginning, clearly it wasn't what we were anticipating, but even from the beginning of the film to the end,
it just was like,
yeah, not what I was expecting at all.
There were so many scenes where I was just blown away.
Right.
Just even simple lighting of faces. It's really spectacular. I mean, we could spend 30 minutes just chatting about all of the different shot selections and lighting and scene choices in general.
Yeah, the lighting was huge, especially at the end, the in and outs, the shadows and the darkness.
That was a pretty common thing that happened throughout, was, you know, things kind of fading in and out, fading, just kind of barely getting a little bit, whether it was from a flare or, you know, some fire or something, but it always felt like there was something natural causing this like in and out of the light.
And then to continue either the music or the sound or the dialogue through that, it really just kind of like sucks you in.
I mean, it started from the beginning where it was the helicopter sounded kind of weird, and you saw a helicopter pass by, and you're like, oh, I'm listening to a helicopter. And then it transitioned to the sound of the helicopter with the ceiling fan. One of the moments that really stood out for me, and I think for you as well, was when they're kind of charging in with the helicopters, playing the music, and then it cuts to the village that they're about to annihilate. And it was just silence. And then you could start hearing a little bit of the music, and then everyone started panicking and running, and it was just like, whoa, that was powerful. And that was mostly just sound.
Yeah, no, exactly. It really just like captivates you, and it just brings you in to what you're watching. Like there's no distractions, there's nothing, like you're just in it and you're totally focused on what's happening. It was just beautifully done.
I mean, the movie itself was spectacular in all of the things, you know, movie related: acting, editing, sound, cinematography, like everything. But it really wasn't what I was expecting in terms of a Vietnam War movie. I mean, so far what we've seen is, you know, mostly Full Metal Jacket, which that was widely different than what I thought as well, so I shouldn't have been so easily tricked. But something for me that kind of stood out was everything just seemed like madness. It was just lawlessness. There was no sense to anything. There was no structure, really. Even from the very beginning, you know, he was very insane in that room, and then picked to go on this very critical mission, I assume. Throughout the entire movie, just the choices that everyone made didn't seem real. It was, you know, okay, you know, we're gonna send this clearly insane person to go, you know, assassinate this other insane person. And one of the major first interactions was with Kilgore. And literally his main motive was surfing. I mean, there was literally dead bodies, bullets, explosions. He decimated an entire village, all for surfing. And it was just like, well, that doesn't seem like a full-on assault that would have been approved or something. And then you go into all of the men on the boat. They had multiple very strange just decisions. That to me felt kind of like, why are we doing this? Like everything was just madness, lawlessness.
There was a lot of shocking moments. Throughout. We talked about the moment that they stopped that boat that had just all the food with the puppy, and, you know, just shot everyone up. And for what? You know,
that seemed very strange. Literally the scene before, we were talking about how he gave a little bit of information. It was like, oh, okay, that's going to build some confidence and stuff. But then he immediately decided to stop that boat and go against what their kind of main mission was. Even the captain was like, don't stop, like, let's keep going. And the captain's supposed to have the authority. And he just was relentless on searching the boat. And they killed a whole family for a dog.
And then lost the dog.
And it was just like, why did we make this decision? And then when they're, you know, getting shot with the bows and stuff, and the captain's like, just keep going, like, ignore it, like, just keep going. And he's like, no. And he gets out and starts shooting, and then he gets a spear through himself.
And then him trying to
and impale the captain on the spear. And it's just like, well, if you just would have kept going, like a situation where you had to like fire everything back and stop kind of driving the boat, like they should have just floored it and gone. And I skipped a part too when Lawrence Fishburne's character passed away. That scene kind of started, and Lance was just playing around with like pink flares. And I was like, what are we doing here? Like, this does not seem like a situation where you should just be attracting all. And then they get ambushed, and passes away literally moments after listening to his mom on tape.
Yeah, I think it might have been his sister.
Oh, his sister. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because she mentioned mom.
Oh, okay.
But still, yeah, it seemed like they were making a string of very odd choices.
I'm not saying like, oh, this isn't common or whatever. I'm just saying like throughout the whole movie, it just seemed like things were just weird.
It was just a lot. There was a lot of things, and I feel like we didn't meet a single like stable.
That's what I'm saying.
Person.
From the very beginning of the movie, everything was just odd, off, weird, insane.
Yeah.
Like there was no normalcy.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, still multiple other scenes that were very strange. The whole Playboy.
Oh right.
part, that was
I
like
completely forgot about that.
a very elaborate production and on the side of the river, and they lasted like a minute and a half because they immediately lost control of the crowd. And I was like, here's another situation of just shit going wrong. And one of the strangest ones was when they got to that bridge.
Yeah, that like circus bridge.
There was like circus music going on, the explosions everywhere. You saw no enemies, but people were fighting, explosions going off.
It definitely seemed like everyone had lost their minds there.
Yeah, there was no control. Even he was like, who's in charge? And it's like, aren't you in charge, Captain? Like, you're probably the most senior authority here.
Right.
And it's just like, what is going on in this entire movie? There's, like you said, there's literally no one in this movie that is stable.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, to your point that you made actually pretty early on was it definitely seemed like he was starting to kind of idolize
the Colonel.
Yeah. And it just seemed like, where is this going?
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest thing. And the fact that, you know, this is a decently long movie, and it took us a long time to even finally get the reveal.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get to that area with the Colonel until there was like 20 minutes left in the movie, pretty much.
The whole, like, the photographer that was there.
He was insane.
Yeah, and I mean, to be there, I mean, you kind of had to be at this point, and this was just not at all what I was expecting, so I feel like I haven't fully taken in everything that we just watched.
Yeah, I'm just talking about what I felt from everything in the movie. I loved the movie.
Yeah.
But I feel like what, at least my opinion, which could be totally wrong, is with everything just being chaotic and insane, no stable characters, no reason for a lot of decisions, is that commentary on the Vietnam War of just the fact that it was literally just pure chaos, that there was no stability or normalcy.
Right.
You know, Full Metal Jacket, you know, showed a different side of war, or I shouldn't say a different side, it probably showed a very realistic side of war.
I mean, different to what we've seen in any other war film. Full Metal Jacket was entirely different.
And this seemed to, again, be different than what I've seen in mainstream media, but also it was, in my opinion, heavy on like the otherworldly. Like it just didn't seem like it was from this reality.
And it was weird because it's, you know, this is a war film. We're set in Vietnam up through to Cambodia, like, but it almost like wasn't a war film. Like war was like secondary to all of the decisions and the things that they were doing.
Yeah.
Even though it was very much in like, you know, the thick of it.
Yeah, you're right smack dab in the middle of war, but this movie was heavily about, you know, the captain's own mission and more, you know, mental and psychological, not necessarily a physical battle of trying to take something over.
Right.
Because even the village attack with the helicopters, that seems so one-sided that even, you know, helicopters were going down, that wasn't even a focus. Like the main helicopter that was there with all of the medics, it got blown up. The other helicopter went down. And it's not like we followed those scenes or anything. It just would cut to Kilgore and being like, look at those waves. Those are really cool waves, right? And it's like, wow, this action scene is visually very impressive. So much of this movie was so visually impressive.
Yeah.
But who cares about that? We're not focusing on that right now. We're talking about surfing. And it's just like, wow, this is wild.
Yeah. It just seemed very secondary to the plot of the film.
Yeah.
Which was really interesting. You know, I think it's hard to have a war film that really doesn't focus on the war. There's just a lot to grasp, and I feel like we could have a really long discussion on this.
I feel like almost identical to like Full Metal Jacket. Like I really wanted to like investigate and kind of look into, okay, what what was I trying to be told, or was there a specific message? Is this really up to my interpretation? This is the same exact thing. Like, is this supposed to make me feel like just pure chaos and madness and lawlessness? Or did I, something go straight over my head or something?
Yeah.
But I'm very interested in kind of, digging into the deeper meaning of this movie, because like we said multiple times, the movie was beautiful. It was super impressive. And for 2.5 hours, I was just laser focused on what I was watching.
Yeah, totally invested. And really, up until the very end, I had no idea what was going to happen.
No, I mean, even in like the final few shots, I was still like,
is he gonna stay?
Yeah.
Is he gonna blow it all up? Are they gonna leave? Is he going to kill him? And I feel like he didn't even know what he was going to do.
Yeah, it literally everything was just confusing, like on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we didn't know what the captain was going to do. He didn't know what he was going to do.
Yeah.
So, like, if our main character doesn't even have any clue, how are we supposed to have any clue or anything? So it was very mind-boggling towards the end.
Yes, I feel like that's the perfect description.
But I guess we can go into kind of deeper talk about the ending. That was interesting. It did seem like the colonel knew his death was coming.
Mm-hmm.
They did talk about like malaria. I don't know if he was already kind of, the jungle was his enemy. I don't know if he was already maybe possibly dying or something. But was that note, I forgot exactly what it said, but it was something like drop the bomb, exterminate them all or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, was this his plan to like cult-like gather all of these people into one place and then be like, hey, blow me up and you're also going to kill all the... Like,
I don't think that was his plan all along, but I do think that he was anticipating the captain's arrival.
Oh yeah, he was definitely aware.
And I think that he knew at that point that he was likely going to die. I think he put in his best effort to kind of have that discussion with him and to go through everything for him to really understand like why he was doing what he was doing and whatnot. But honestly, I think that he knew from the start. But still very interesting how it played out.
Yeah, because was that him choosing to kill him, just not the way that he wanted? He didn't really go out in like a blaze of glory or anything, and then he didn't even blow everything up. He just turned off the radio. So was that him just completely turning away from it, or?
It just seemed like he completed his mission, but he didn't want to give him the satisfaction of following through with anything that he wanted, because he kind of took that control when he mentioned, the death and stuff. Like, he's like, well, I know this is what's going to happen, so now it's your turn to complete this, like, for me.
Yeah.
And I don't think he wanted to give him that satisfaction of, like, I am not a part of this at all. Nothing that you tell me to do is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Essentially.
But then he also seemed to take that, manuscript or whatever that seemed like the colonel was writing.
True. Yeah.
So, are we supposed to read into that in terms of, he was already kind of getting like a little infatuated, I want to say, with just reading the classified information he was given.
Right.
Now that he has the manuscript of the man himself,
right,
on the river trip, on the trip back down the river, is that going to completely change the perspective of our main character?
Right.
I don't know. There's just a lot. There's a lot to dig into this for sure in the ending. And for me, like, I'm still not really fully sure what the colonel was doing. Like, I mean, he was clearly very capable of seducing people into following him. He had an ability to control people with his words. And whenever he spoke, Marlon Brando also, it was incredibly captivating, but I also was like, are you saying anything at all? Like, are these words super deep and powerful, or are you just saying things that sound so impressive that it's like, okay, you're making sense when you're not?
Yeah, I mean, even with the photographer saying like, oh, well, he reads poetry, like, everyone was so just impressed by him.
Yeah,
and
they like put him on a pedestal like he was a god. Literally, I mean, they talked about him like being a god. It was almost like I got the feeling like, oh, his words are just too powerful for my own understanding.
Yeah,
because I was trying to be like, what is his plans? Because originally when they sent the captain on the mission, I thought it was more something like he went rogue and maybe he directly disobeyed some orders or he killed some American forces or something. But it really did seem like he just had his own way of handling the war that seemed to be pretty effective. Like, he killed those 4 people and they considered him a murderer, but yet all violence stopped after he killed those 4 people. So he must have been on the right track or something.
And I mean, he was able to convince so many people to follow him.
Right.
So I know that, you know, Kurtz can do that, but it just seemed like he did have a lot kind of going for him in terms of the bigger picture and what he was kind of able to accomplish on his own outside of his direct orders. So
I just feel like his bigger picture was kept such a mystery from us as the viewers, because I still don't really know, what was he trying to achieve? Was he trying to end the war in his own way? I guess maybe, because he did have that talk about how he was so impressed with the soldiers who had the ability to chop off the limbs of all of those kids, and talked about how if only I had soldiers like that, this war would be over. So maybe, I guess now thinking about it, okay, was his ultimate goal to just end the war, and this was how he thought he could do it the best? Or somewhere along the line did he just get caught up on literally being a god to these people?
Yeah, just the power.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I don't know either. So it's definitely like so many other movies we've watched so far where we've just finished watching it and I'm immediately interested in looking up as much information as I can. Or I know that there's other versions. This is the theatrical. Maybe there's more fleshed out or something in these other versions where we as viewers get a lot more to kind of digest.
Right.
So no matter what, an amazing movie.
Yeah, my mind's running like a million miles an hour right now.
Yeah.
I'm just a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, absolutely.
But beautiful film.
Yeah, really, really enjoyed it. And just like so many other movies we've watched, this is going to stick with me for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad we checked it out.
Yeah, me too.
So if you would like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we have reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on any other types of social media, all of those links are in the description as well. And with that, peace everyone.
Bye.
Bye.